From where else but inside the PokerGO studio here at Aria Resort and Casino, we bring you High Stakes Duel 3, Round 5. It's time for the weigh-in. This, the richest round in the history of High Stakes Duel. Each player in for $800,000, $1.6 million total on the line. The two challengers sitting with me now. Well, one's a challenger and one is defending court. First, of course, the legend, Phil Hellmuth, 16-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner, who has a 9-1 record coming into this, his 11th match. And across from him, none other than the inimitable Jason Koon, a true force on the high-stakes circuit, number 7 on the all-time money list for poker. And when the stakes are high, Koon is never far away. Gentlemen, let's get right into it. I'm going to start with you, Jason, as the newcomer, and touch on something that in sport we discuss quite regularly, the idea of home court advantage. I know you're no stranger to the studio, but Phil sat at this table doing exactly this thing against multiple opponents and has a 9-1 record coming in. Do you think that he has that edge?
Well, the other day I was walking through Poker Royalty's office and I see a magazine cover from the late 90s. Phil Hellmuth wins a heads-up tournament. Early 2000s, Phil Hellmuth wins a heads-up tournament. 2000, you know what I'm saying? So it's, the guy's been doing it forever, and I have so much respect and props for that. I know how hard it's been to play poker for a living for 14 years, let alone 30. The format is one that's definitely favored him so far. From everything that I observed, those matches went really, really well for him. You know, maybe there's a little luck here and there, but he had his way with his opponents. And I know it's not going to be an easy feat. Hopefully, I get to be the one to come out on top tonight. But I know people love, like I said online, people love the drama. They love people talking smack. But honestly, I'm grateful to be here. I have nothing but respect for Phil's game, and I'm just here to play my game.
Kind of a refreshing thing to experience going into the match, isn't it, Phil? Some respect from one of your peers, one of your colleagues, a guy who obviously watched you as he cut his teeth coming up through the ropes. But getting back to the home court advantage topic, is this your happy place? Have you found the comfort zone?
I mean, listen, first of all, ditto. Jason's, you know, one of the greatest poker players in the world, and what people don't know is he's crushed it in the cash games. He's won an obscene amount of money, maybe more than anybody in the planet the last 4 years. He's crushed it in tournaments. He just won the Poker Masters main event. I watched that one, and you know, tip my hat to, you know, another, you know, great generational, you know, player here, and so, you know, I have nothing but respect for Jason.
But in terms of this being your happy place, this having a home court edge kind of aspect to it, you buy into that or no?
No, I mean, you know, I think that it's just going to be a big battle, Ali. It's just going to be a big battle, you know, and I don't think it really matters. This thing of home court advantage really doesn't matter. I don't think it means anything, actually.
Okay, well, there are other things to discuss in terms of advantage. You guys have a pretty significant age difference between the two of you. Obviously, stamina, we know your fitness regimen is heralded. People are well aware of the amount of discipline that you put into this. Jason, do you feel as though that gives you an edge, perhaps, whether it's mental acuity or physical endurance, anything like that, at all coming in, you know, against the elder statesman in Phil?
Listen, if Phil and I were playing a heads-up, no-limit cash game where neither one of us was allowed to leave for 2 weeks straight, I think that I would probably have an edge from an endurance standpoint.
Huge edge.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, you know, the Macau grinds. The kids that are 21 versus me at 37, they can play sessions I can't play. That's just the truth. You know, the only person I've seen be able to out-endurance me that's older than I am is Phil Ivey. He's got insane, he just would never leave the seat, and I was just kind of looking at him like, please, let's leave the seat, let's call this. Yeah. And he would just be in the chair forever. But excluding him, I think that age would make a big difference, but not in this format. I mean, the average amount of hands that we're going to play tonight, something like 300. I mean, maybe we play 5 hours at the longest. We're going to play, what, 8? He's not going to lose it in 8 hours. No, neither am I.
What about wisdom and experience being the flip side of that coin when we talk about the youth? Obviously, Jason, tremendously experienced. You already talked about him being one of the best in the world, but there is something to be said for a career that spans such a broad arc, and everything that you've seen and everything that you've gone through, whether it's within the framework of High Stakes Duel or beyond, and there's got to be something to be said for that.
Yeah, but okay, but you hit the nail on the head earlier, your last question. if you don't mind, I'll go back to that. And, they asked me earlier, hey, what are your 2 weaknesses? 1, stamina, and 2, ego, right? So, I don't think stamina is going to be a huge issue. I have my brain fuel, I have, I had a workout before 20 minutes ago. And I've found if I have brain fuel and work out, that I don't think stamina is going to be an issue. I've been in Vegas resting for a week. And so you try to eliminate your weaknesses. And then the second one is ego, right? And so you do the best you can to get rid of ego. It's hard. It can be hard sometimes when, people just want pictures and they want to heap praise on you all the time. I certainly don't get that from the high stakes world, but I get that from the rest of the world, And so, you find a way to kind of chew through that and figure out a way to, the minute, like to say this, the minute your head is up looking at all the praise, you're screwed. Head has to be down, playing your best poker, staying focused. And so, so I'm hoping that, I don't think stamina, I don't think ego will be an issue this time. And so let's...
How easy is it to maintain focus like that? As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, this is the richest round ever played in the history of High Stakes Duel. And certainly deep main event stuff, the money that you're playing for heads up could supersede this, but $800,000 a man, whoever wants to take it, this is tough.
This is like, it's been a little harder for me to sleep, We're playing for 1 point, no matter what you want to say, it's $1.6 million we're playing for.
But your reaction when I brought it up was one of laughter. You
we're
chuckled.
Playing... Okay, well, if you want to talk about my past answers, we can waste time there. Go ahead.
No. I'm not criticizing. I'm saying it seemed as though you were relaxed. The chuckles suggested that you're not really feeling it.
No, but I'm trying to tell you how I feel, Ollie.
Tell me, please. Sorry.
And and I think that there's a tremendous amount of pressure and stress. It's not just the 1.6 million, it's going to be a huge global audience. And so then, there's a reason I came to Vegas a week early and rest every day. And you just can't get it out of your mind, though. 1.6 million. We're playing on global television, 1.6 million. And so, it wasn't probably until last night that I kind of settled down a little bit, slept in, got a nap, and and realized, hey, this all you can do is show up here and do the best that you can. But I had a match against Antonio when we played for 400,000.
High Stakes Duel 1.
I was so stressed out for the 400,000. I probably had 95% of myself. I was so stressed out that when I left the room, I'm like, oh my God, I can't talk to anybody. Are people going to think I'm an asshole if I don't talk to people? But I can't talk to people. I turned the music up. I burrowed into the studio, and I lied down on the floor staring up. And just feeling all freaked out, because it was so much money. And so we're talking about anxiety and pressure that exists. And, and then when I played Daniel, I was a lot more settled down. So it's something that we have to deal with.
Yeah, and I want to hear, obviously, from you as well, Jason. This is not, you're not immune to it.
This is the amount of money that the majority of the people on the internet don't think it's real. They think Phil and I are playing some kind of setup. They didn't see me come to the cage today and buy into this thing. They actually think this is like, some of them think it's a farce. They're like, there's no way these guys are actually playing for this amount of money. So that tells you how big these stakes are. Now,
well, let's set the record straight. You are. So for anybody that's questioning it, absolutely, 800,000 a man is being
This is real money.
Yeah. It's real money. And I had, I wouldn't call myself sick, but I've been in the position so many times in the last 8 years where I've been like, think of it as numbers, don't think of it as money, because the stakes are too big. I've seen pots that if I would have thought of them in a human sense, I might have fainted, and I've played hands that, for stakes that were just unimaginable.
You sweated river cards and cash games.
Yeah, that were just unimaginable stakes. Right. So it's just something to me, I won't say I'm used to it. I really love the bigger the better. I love it. I love getting in there. I love, and maybe that's a sickness, but I like something that makes me feel the burn a little bit, and here we are. I can feel it.
Well, let's play off of that.
So Jason's more prepared for the stakes, that's for sure. And and so, like I said, it took me a full week to kind of get comfortable with that.
Well, he was talking about feelings, and my next question was about emotions. And I think over the course of your career, Jason, emotional is not necessarily how people would describe you, but obviously, Phil, you are beloved for the vulnerability and the emotion. And on the flip side of that, some people think, oh, this is just playing to camera, maybe this is a lot of pageantry. It feels as though, based on our discussion thus far, that you are looking maybe to approach things a little bit differently. What is that emotional side of you, like the outburst that people see? Is that your blow-off switch, a purge sort of? Step away from the table, get it out, come back, focus, get right back into the poker? Or is that something you're looking to eradicate? Because it's served you well. You're 9-1.
Yeah, I mean, I think the emotion, serves me on several levels. So getting rid of it and coming back refocused is good. Also, it's interesting. There was an interview on Lex Friedman. Do I pronounce that right?
Yeah, I think it's close. Friedman.
Sure.
Friedman, great guy. Met him. I think we're going to do an interview, he and I, and he did it with Liv. And Liv was saying, hey, Phil thinks that, Phil gets upset in hands where he was, she said 5-1 underdog. She probably meant 2-1 underdog, 3-1 underdog. That's not it. I'm upset. What people don't understand, and they can see the whole thing here, the camera catches me when I'm upset, maybe because that's the 5th hand in a row where I was a favorite or an underdog that I lost. And then I lose it a little bit. I'm like, oh my God, I'm really supposed to lose 5 or 6 of these in a row. Mm-hmm. And so kind of like, there's a misinterpretation of me losing it and people thinking it's just based on this hand. And so, I get emotional if I have a bad hour or I feel like, and I think that's, maybe a bigger sense of entitlement. I don't know what it is, but yeah. And do I mind that? What I mind is when I watch myself and I'm too egotistical. I don't mind when I lose it half the times, but sometimes I'm like, wow, come on, Phil, why did you lose it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously you guys have known one another. You've witnessed all of this stuff, and yet, Jason, you're very different than Phil in that respect. I can't recall a single time in which we've seen that, and I'm not suggesting one's better or one's worse, but I am curious as to how it is you are able to be so devoid of that. Because Phil, personally speaking, I'm far more like you when I play poker. And I have difficulty keeping my emotions in check, and I think a lot of people would be able to relate to that. And yet you're so good at it. How is it that you're able to do that?
We all have different ways of handling things and different ways of expressing the way, I internalize a lot of it. And then
punch holes in your walls at home?
I don't punch holes. I don't punch holes, but I could say the next couple of days, say if I had a really bad week at poker, I'm probably more quiet. I'm definitely exhausted, because it takes a lot. Like, it's cathartic what he does, right? He stands up and he's like, fuck, and he gets it out of him. So there is honestly, like, I'm not justifying the way that Phil behaves on TV. I'm not saying it's okay, but I do understand why he does it.
Yeah.
And he gets things out of him that I'm probably gonna carry home with me tonight, So,
right.
And yeah, that's the way that I think is better to handle it. But that being said, Phil's personality, you can say whatever you want, but from his personality, he's made more in money than almost all these people complaining about it that they'll ever make in their careers as poker players. He's made from his personality. So it's kind of like reinforced. People don't sign up to watch Phil like sit here and not say a word, right? I mean, it's the guy's hilarious and entertaining, and much more entertaining than me to watch. I'll promise you that. Like, I'm gonna sit here and stay focused, and I get it. And like I say, hopefully my play can express. It will be a great form of entertainment, especially for people who play at a higher level. I think that they can appreciate nuances in the game. But we're just radically two different people, and that's great. Makes for good TV.
For sure, and that TV's right around the corner. Any final thoughts? Things that you want to share with people out there, what you want them to know, either about you or about this match? I mean,
I'd say that, my youngest son, Nick, tries to be radically authentic as his life goal. I love that. One thing you can say about me is I'm freaking radically authentic. So anything that happens it's just me being me. And as you get older, you get more comfortable with yourself. And then like I said, if I go back and I watch television, I'm not as upset with me losing it as I am with me bragging too much.
So the ego is something that you're working on keeping in check. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, when you've won as much as you have and you've been as decorated as you have over the course of your career, it's understandable, it's natural, and I think we all struggle.
It's being as decorated as I am, and then having people try to take it away.
The haters.
Pretend it doesn't exist. That's what it is, right? And if I was getting universal credit for what I've done, in the last year or two, even.
It doesn't seem, though, like Jason does that, though. And there's two schools out there among, the ilk of high-stakes players. I mean, tremendous amounts of respect has been demonstrated here going into this match. And even friends, Daniel, obviously, going into the match, it was a very different way in, I think. He loves you. You guys are friends, but there's moments there, and I don't feel or sense that. What about you, Jason? Last things going in. I know you're chomping at the bit, ready to jump out of the gate here, going into the match. Things that are on your mind right now, just a glimpse maybe into what's happening.
The glimpse into what's happening with me will be when the cards are dealt.
Okay, simple. All right, well, that is it for us here at the weigh-in. High Stakes Duel 3, round 5, $1.6 million match. Not long from now.
Wardrobe
it is
change.
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Do not miss it right here on PokerGO. See ya.
You might win the match, but I'll tell you what, I hate the way you played. To me, that's apex predator, bro.
Oh, there's the all-in.
Hi, Koon.
There's a call. Hold on.
Welcome to Las Vegas, the PokerGO studio to be exact, for High Stakes Duel 3, Round 5. $1.6 million on the line tonight between Phil Hellmuth and Jason Koon, as these two titans of the game will battle it out to see who can advance into the $3.2 million match that awaits in round number 6. My name is Remco Rinkema. Donnie Peters alongside me for a 1-hour preview of the proceedings today as we look at the beautiful Las Vegas skyline. And those name tags, man, that is what it's all about. Hellmuth on the left, Koon on the right, and Hellmuth, of course, the poker brat, 9-1 on High Stakes Duel. He swept Esfandiari, he swept Negreanu, and he battled his way into round 5 here on High Stakes Duel once again. And there he is, the challenger, Jason Koon. His first ever match on High Stakes Duel, but his resume is about as long as that of Hellmuth. He's won millions of dollars playing in the biggest buy-in tournaments, but today he is playing heads-up against the brat with $1.6 million on the line. It's going to be an epic adventure. Sit back, relax, get that popcorn ready, and we know from past experience these matches can go very long, so make sure you got everything ready for a long night of poker. Here's the scenarios of round 5. If Hellmuth wins, he can cash out $1.6 million for a profit of $1.35 on High Stakes Duel 3. He can also choose to stay and face a round 6 challenger for a $3.2 million prize pool. And there you also saw the rules for Mr. Koon, who cannot cash out. If he wins, he will face a challenger in round number 6 if someone is up for the task. And that is the beauty of High Stakes Duel. Put your money where your mouth is, sit down with the best, play for millions of dollars, and tonight it's between these two guys, Jason Koon and Phil Hellmuth. Let us know in the chat who you think is going to win this match tonight. Are you on Team Koon? Are you on Team Hellmuth? Cards are in the air. Let's have some fun here on this 1-hour free preview of the action. Let me say it just now, right off the top. Use promo code DUEL35 to continue watching on PokerGo.com as Hellmuth.
Now, at the top, I want to ask you about that hat.
His trademark brain fuel chuck here to get the show underway.
There's only 2 of these hats in the world, and he made them both for me.
Amazing. And then you got the shirt.
Yep. That's right, the Jonas Wood Triton hoodie.
Going with a little black and gold, huh?
Yeah, I had to match my man over there.
It's black and gold versus black and gold indeed, Donnie. The anticipation for this match could not be any higher. We've been waiting on this for so many months. Donnie, what are you expecting from this?
No.
I'm expecting fireworks. I'm expecting a lot of fun. I'm expecting some blowouts. I think Jason Koon is going to come out and be the aggressor here. I think Phil Hellmuth brings forward his defensive/conservative style. But I I think Jason Koon's going to get lucky in some spots, you know, just playing off that aggressiveness. And then hopefully we see some blow-ups. We're all here for the Hellmuth blow-ups, of course.
Exactly. Let us know, how many F-bombs are we going to see here in this first hour as we get action underway here with a nut flush draw right off the bat and a pair on the turn here for Hellmuth. Good start for him here, but don't expect any of these either of these players to get too loose and too wild, as the stacks are very, very deep. So it's going to be exciting to see how this match progresses as Hellmuth here on the button continues for 6,500. Koon tosses them, and first blood is drawn by Phil Hellmuth. One more time here. This $1.6 million match. First hour for free on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Use promo code DUEL35 to save $20 on your annual subscription. And here's a brief look at our High Stakes Duel recap to date. Like I said, Hellmuth swept Esfandiari, then swept Necranu, and he's back in the ring after beating Nick Wright. Then goes 1-1 against Tom Dwan, and then he beat Scott Seaver in that epic showdown that could have gone either way in round number 4 that we saw in the summer. Donnie, we talked about odds yesterday on the preview match. Listening to the weigh-in, I feel even more confident about Koon after watching the weigh-in, just being reminded of how experienced and composed that he is.
Very experienced, very composed, plays enormous stakes, has played enormous stakes over his whole career. He touched on that a little bit in the weigh-in, and yeah, I don't think you can come out of watching that weigh-in and feel any less confident about Jason Koon, and likely that you feel even more confident if you are a Koon backer. If you're a Hellmuth backer, I mean, he held his own as well. He did his normal Hellmuth stuff, didn't seem too flustered, talked about how he came into Vegas early, is well rested for this match. You guys saw the brain fool when he kicked it out, so... So yeah, we know Hellmuth has performed well in High Stakes Duel. 9-1 coming into this match, so we'll see if he can keep that pretty incredible streak going.
Another one for Hellmuth here at the start of the match. Just want to make everyone aware that PokerGO.com is live now as well, with commentary from the legends, Ali Najad and Nick
he has this
Schulman,
great charity tournament now. Eric Seidel won the last one.
I know. See, I'm wearing the hat and the thing. That's his charity tournament hat.
World Series.
Art poker.
Yep.
Geez, he should be paying us for all this promo.
We love him. 65?
Reference there to Eric Seidel, who I would love to see on High Stakes Duel. Maybe we can get Chan versus Seidel, Donnie, on the next High Stakes Duel, just for old time's sake.
I'm in.
For people asking in the chat, this is a tournament structure. If you lose all your chips, you're out. The night is done. You walk away empty-handed. And as we saw the rules posted earlier on the screen, if Hellmuth wins tonight, he will cash out $1.6 million from today's match. If Koon wins, he's going to have to face another challenger in round 6. Hellmuth has the first right of refusal to challenge Koon in round 6. Of course, we're still far away from that, but I'm just laying out the rules here. And if Hellmuth declines to rematch, then we might see someone with very deep pockets pony up $1.6 million to face Jason Koon.
Very deep pockets and a willingness to gamble, because Jason Koon is going to be no pushover at the $1.6 million buy-in level.
Also, Donnie, I think we shouldn't forget that if it ever gets that far, you're not just ponying up the 1.6.
Nope.
Because you need to win 2 in a row at that point.
Yeah, so like Jason Koon right now. Jason Koon, if he wins this match, he can't walk away. He has to play the next level. Now, he could go to the next level. No one could challenge him for 30 days, and I think he could ultimately be declared the winner. That said, Jason Koon knows that he's putting up this $800K, and then he's going to have to, if he wins, he's going to have to then put up that $1.6 million total to take on the next person.
Exactly right. So we could see things get out of hand in a crazy way as we are playing, I believe, 1,500, 2,500 here in the first level. In the early goings. Players started with $800K each. Stacks are deep, blinds are slow.
30-minute levels.
That's slow for heads up.
Oh yeah.
Jonas deserves our praise. You should. I went to a studio, and his wife's amazing too.
Shio.
Yep.
Yeah.
For those at home that want to Google him, you should Google him.
You can't afford his art, but you can appreciate it. You can appreciate it.
He sells canvases, what, for $4 million now or something?
Crazy.
Are we talking about Mr. Brywood,
65?
Jonas Brywood, what's his name?
I think it's just Jonas Wood.
Jonas Wood?
Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are.
Same
That's
guy,
what we're talking
yeah.
about.
It's my favorite
person.
thing about poker is so many different cool people play
So
the
many
game.
great people, nice people, you know?
Yeah, universal game.
So
35.
far, I'm getting vibes from Seaver versus Hellmuth, where they were basically best friends at the table. Koon, however, not forcing the issue, just some chit chat. The way I see this, Donnie, is that Koon is going to just wait for his chance, and then hopefully, as Hellmuth blows up, which is sort of bound to happen if he loses a few pots, then he's going to try to capitalize on that.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like you. I don't know. At this point, like you said, you would just have to expect the Hellmuth blowups are going to happen every time. Doesn't matter what he's playing. High stakes duel,
First check
WSOP,
raise.
anything. It's coming, right?
That was one I could write home about.
Here's a look at the tail of the tape. Hellmuth versus Koon. 58 years old versus 37. Madison, Wisconsin versus West Virginia. 28.4 million in career earnings versus 40.2, and then that's 16-1 WSOP bracelet counts. But important to note here, Koon's only bracelet came in the most, well, I guess the toughest field of the whole summer, the 25K No Limit Hold'em Heads Up Championship.
Hold on, dealer. 6,000 in the dark.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Flop.
Hold on, dealer.
Okay. We're spicing things up.
Bit of an action flop here. Heads up poker, ranges are going to be widened. People are going to play some more mediocre holdings.
Dealer, I'm going to
So
check.
that's
in
why
the
you'll
dark.
see, you'll see Koon come along here with bottom pair.
For people asking on Twitch and Facebook, are we live? Yes, we are live right now, of course, on a slight delay for the integrity of the game, but we are live. My name is Rem Karinkema, Donnie Peters alongside me, giving you a 1-hour free preview of the action as the ace on the river completes the board. The eights of Hellmuth still in the lead. Continues betting here. Probably has Koon thrown off his game just a little bit by that blind bet on the flop. Goes for a small bet here on the river. And I'm curious to see if Koon will pay this off, perhaps also to get a better understanding of the why and how Hellmuth takes a line like this, because it's a pretty odd scenario that you don't run into all that often. You know, the blind betting and then continuing to bet very small. But Koon lays it down, decides to give one up to Hellmuth, who continues to stay in the lead here in the early goings. Quick reminder here to continue watching on PokerGo.com after this hour ends. We'll be with you here until the top of the hour, and then use promo code DUEL35 to save $20 on your annual sub. Monthly and quarterly plans are also available. Donnie, do you think that Koon has watched all
65?
previous matches to get ready for this?
Yes, I think Koon is somebody who prepares greatly for any sort of poker that he plays. You know, this one, I'm sure he watched a lot of the high stakes duel stuff with Phil Hellmuth. He probably dug around and found some stuff from Phil Hellmuth in other areas. He had that really good run during the USPO series not too long ago. Maybe Koon watched some of that to see how he plays. Maybe he watched some of his WSOP stuff. Remember when he got heads up with David Jackson? You and I did kind of the impromptu stream for that one at the WSOP. So that involves some heads up play. Can watch Phil Hellmuth in that one. So I would say that Jason Koon is very studied on Phil Hellmuth and how he plays to be as best prepared as possible. I'm not sure you can be fully prepared for Hellmuth because he always plays kind of wacky at times. You know, certainly takes things outside the lines at times, but I
Heart check.
think Jason Koon will certainly be as prepared as anyone.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see zoom mode, and here Hellmuth bets 11K on the turn, and then checks dark on the river. Action goes check, and Koon takes one. Koon takes his first significant pot down of the night. Takes the chip lead, still stacks pretty even. Gives me time to tell everyone to please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to do that. We have
maybe 30,000
lots of
on the
great
river.
content coming
Big
out
king.
on our channels.
Yeah, let's go. Smash that like button, people.
Hearts
Come
are
on.
pretty.
Yeah.
Jason Koon going with the water. Not quite the brain fuel.
Also, upgraded water, going with the Fiji water
Oh,
versus.
you got to go with the Fiji natural spring water. I mean, it's some of the best water in the world.
Well, Seaver had the basic water.
He did, and maybe that's why
Check.
he ultimately lost.
Koon here with the raise from the button with King 7 off. Hellmuth quick to defend with Queen 8 suited. Two very much heads up type hands that you always play. Heads up, of course, a very different game than your average 6 max or even full ring game. Lots more action. Koon
Check.
continues for 7,000. Hellmuth calls and the check dark again. 6 on the turn. Hellmuth's got a pretty decent handle on this hand if it were to go to showdown. Action goes check, check. River card, 4 spades. 2 pair on the board now. Koon might think his king high is good, but we're going to go check, check. And the 8 is being shown.
That's top pair. All right.
Top pair very strong.
I was like, I can beat queen high.
If you're in the chat right now, do let us know who you're rooting for. Who do you hope to see in the next round? Are you still Team Hellmuth after having watched him for the previous 10 matches? Or potentially you're more of a Koon favorite. Here's a look at the previous match, round number 4 between Seaver and Hellmuth. 333 hands were played, 22 lead changes, and Hellmuth got down all the way to 194K. 3 all-ins and a call during that match. So 333 hands. That is absolutely insane. I wonder if we're going to see the same sort of grind tonight, but I'm pretty sure that both players are ready for it. Let's look at the chat here. Seeing Hellmuth for the win. Only here for the Hellmuth blow up. Anyone but Hellmuth. I guess that means you're rooting for Koon. I'm Team Koon. I want to see Hellmuth lose. Team Tony G, says Justin. Well, hopefully we get Tony in here at some point. Would be a lot of fun to watch.
Only if he rides his bike to the studio.
He can borrow mine.
6,000.
16,000.
I love how people also need to watch Hellmuth play whenever he does, because it is like a train. It's like a train crash waiting to happen. You know, you're just waiting for that moment, and it can come at any point. It might be on this hand. Hellmuth 3-bets with ace-10 off. Koon looking down at the ace-9 off. We're going to see a flop here for sure. Koon not backing down here with the ace-9 off. But this hand has lots of potential, and we might see our first big one of the night. Oh, I think I just said that we might see a little mini train crash. Top pair, top kicker here for Koon.
Going to be hard to get Hellmuth away from ace-10 here on a paired board like this.
Koon playing it slow, hoping to get some value
15.
from Hellmuth. Quick with the bet, 15K. Exactly what Koon is looking for. Koon with the call. River card. Deuce of clubs doesn't change a thing. We might see some verbal fireworks if this hand goes a specific way. Hellmuth now opts to check. Koon reaching. 62 in the middle. Looks like pretty serious bet, and it's a pot-sized bet.
Oh, this doesn't feel fair, this one. I'm like 5-6. Doesn't feel fair. But okay, you're going to have the same spot over and over, so.
Phil correctly lays it down.
As long as it's that exact same spot over and over, I'm okay with it. Same result. Be okay.
Let's just start with the same hands, and then we can go.
I had the best hand. Whole way.
Wow.
Maybe at ace-10.
Yeah.
This is funny because if Koon shows the ace-9 there, having made top pair, top kicker versus Hellmuth with a better ace, he would have for sure done a lap through the studio.
Oh, yeah. Maybe just show him the ace.
That's
I
great.
had ace-5 and just somehow snaggled the deuce.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget about High Stakes Poker Season 10 coming at you in February 2023. Use promo code WATCHSP10 for $20 off the annual subscription. And there you see some of the faces featured on the new season of High Stakes Poker. Negrano Person, Esfandiar, Tilly. Oh man, I'm getting chills just thinking about the new season of High Stakes Poker. The most recent one, Season 9, is still on repeat a lot when I'm working at home. So many great moments from that show. And I can already promise you, we're going to have some great moments. And of course, we're going to have Gabe and AJ back in the booth. So it's going to feel just like the old days.
Love it.
Check.
Ace high in the lead here for Hellmuth versus the gutter ball for Koon, hoping to spike one on the turn here.
Check.
Hellmuth check calls here with ace high and goes to show he's willing to play multiple streets here to get the showdown, and he checks again, hoping that perhaps Koon stabs again, and his ace high is going to be good quite a few times here. Koon is reaching 20K in the middle. He checks behind, gives it up.
Probably getting called there with the ace-jack.
If you're new to High Stakes Duel, this is round number 5 of High Stakes Duel 3. They're playing for $1.6 million, and this is a 1-hour preview of the action.
The re-raise in.
Continue watching
Template the pot.
at the end of the hour using promo code DUEL35. Save on the annual subscription. 2 sips so far of the water for Koon. No bites of any kind of food yet for Phil Hellmuth, which is what I'm most curious about. Of course, we've had the roast beef sandwich during the WSOP. We've had Sour Patch Kids and regular burgers here on High Stakes Duel. Pop-Tarts. People in the chat, what's the funniest Hellmuth moment, and what are you hoping for today? What's going to be on the menu? Because we know for a fact that if this match goes any longer than 30 minutes, there's going to be some food on the table.
How many calories do you think he consumes a day?
Oh my God, it's got to be like 6,000 at least.
Jeez. I mean, he's really tall and, like, you know, he's not.
He's what, 6'8"?
He's got to be. I look up to him every time, you know, just staring straight up at the sky.
2 pair on the flop here for Koon. This could be interesting. Hellmuth with ace-jack highs. Probably going to see at least one more street. And oh, here we go. What does that mean? Jay says, table talk is what we're hoping for.
3 big hands in a row.
I hope so too.
I lost money somehow.
Lays it down.
Ace 10, ace jack, ace jack.
Whoa.
And I lost money. Oh. No, I know you could have 6-3 or something, but.
6-3's doing okay there against ace jack.
Yep.
Oh, is Koon bringing out the stacks right away? There's a back being opened there. Ace 10 suited for Koon here. Massive hand.
Check.
A blind check again for Hellmuth, who flops, and opening a straight draw here against Koon's overcards.
Check.
Do some turn, doesn't change a thing. Koon's ace high, however, does get a lot stronger. Hellmuth has only one more street to hit one of his outs. Queen, of course, also a live out in the small pot here. And there it is, Queen on the river. Stacks almost tied here in the early goings. Thanks to everyone who's watching on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. We do appreciate everyone tuning in. Oh, is that a protein shake, Donnie? That sounds like a little bit of a...
It's got to be. It sounded like a blender bottle or something there.
There we go.
There we go. I mean, even the blender bottle looks way too expensive.
Yeah, I can never afford that.
I mean, look at that thing. like it's made of stainless steel.
It's been made of like
Probably temperature controlling.
carbon fiber.
Yeah, I mean, well,
There's probably a digital display on it that says how many grams of protein are still left in the bottle. People are saying in the chat, why do you guys care about the food so much? Well, it's been an ongoing thing on this show that Hellmuth has been eating, and it's been
I think you had Queen 9 offsuit.
rather funny.
You probably checked that, right?
Oh, and speaking of food, what's on the menu today? Cheese enchiladas, -300. Posh burger, -125. A paper bag of pure sugar, might have to bet that, +450. And then Koon, of course, 3 jars of bone broth. He already started on the first one, so it seems. Maybe a smoothie later on tonight, and then some protein paste to finish it off. I'm curious to see what these guys will bring out, as this match is obviously going to go the distance.
Check.
And so far, Hellmuth's staying on the waters, keeping his head level.
Check. Check.
But the snacks will come out. And Donnie, so far, a pretty sort of even-keeled match. We're almost half an hour in, and not much chatter yet, not many big pots yet. It feels like they're sort of feeling each other out.
yeah, exactly that. Feeling each other out in this early going, taking some stabs here or there. Chips haven't deviated too much from the starting stack of 800,000. We see Koon right now with the lead, but very small lead. I think it's just
11.
these two haven't played with each other yet. I don't know how much history they really have with one another overall. So it's going to take a little time for them to settle in. And then, you know, I don't know, level 3, 4, 5, that's probably when we'll start seeing some bigger haymakers thrown, you know, from both sides.
Koon is not known as someone who shows his cards, but do you think he might when he pulls off some bluffs just to get under Hellmuth's
What kind of
skin a
food
little
you
bit?
got? You got some foods?
Yeah,
I just,
I think
yeah,
Koon is
mainly liquids. Lots of different liquids.
for as studied.
Hold on, Donnie, hold on. We might get...
I got a lot of nuts,
Oh,
including
Looks like some
pistachio,
daily
and I got Quest chocolate chip
You don't have
cookie.
any gummy bears or anything today?
No.
Damn it, you really came to play, didn't you? I was hoping you were going to get all jacked up on sugars on me.
that right there tells you that
I'm in
Koon
keto right
studied previous
wow.
matches. If
Oh,
he
yeah.
knows
So,
the type of food that Hellmuth brought in the past. No, but I was going to say that
I like
Koon
my
is,
carbs.
for as studied a poker player as he is, for, you know, he gets into the solver streets, that sort of stuff, he is still very much a live pro as well.
Yep.
So I think he will take advantage, and probably correctly so, of spots where he can kind of just get under Hellmuth's skin a little bit. So if that's some verbal jabs, if that's showing a bluff, like you said, showing one card here, one card there, stuff like that, I think Koon will just use his judgment, and he'll probably do it sparingly, of course, but, you know, I think that he's, you know, very capable of doing that sort of thing to you know, help tilt things in his favor.
If you're just tuning in on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channels. Of course, if you're on YouTube, let's get that like number up to at least over 500.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
I don't know. I probably won't be as entertaining for Nick or Ollie because I'll probably eat my cheeseburger over there.
Well, they
where?
shouldn't have given you such a hard time about it. Then you'd freely eat all your cheeseburgers.
True. Call.
As Hellmuth mentioned, Nick and Ali
Check.
on the commentary on PokerGo.com. If you want to go check that out right now, they are also live. We are
The
just
goats.
doing this 1 hour preview here on the social media streets as we're looking at Jack 7 and 10-6 battling here on a 3-spade flop, both players holding clubs.
Check.
A lot of dark checking from Hellmuth here, and hits a third 7 on the turn to get a lock on this hand. Let's see if Koon is going to keep firing, and he does not. Full house for Hellmuth. 2 pair with an ace on the board. Interesting board here.
9,000.
He might get paid here by Koon thinking Hellmuth is going to use this to get him off a chop.
Koon correctly gives it up. And the match is back to even.
Yeah, we're basically half an hour in. We're back to exactly even. But of course, it's good to remember it's a $1.6 million match. Ace 10 versus Jack 7 as Hellmuth flops a Broadway draw. 10 on the turn gives Koon an open-ended straight draw and Hellmuth a pair. Only 5,000 in the middle though, but this pot could grow a little bit. Donnie is quick there with the reference. We have a Discord channel. Discord.
Well, someone asked for it.
Yeah, there you go. Discord.gg/PokerGo. Over 5,000 members for us already. Serene and composed so far here on this round of High Stakes Duel, but it only takes one hand sometimes for things to get really, really interesting.
Should have bet that. You might have raised me.
Yeah, I could have. Probably wouldn't have, but
Yeah, oh, you could have.
yeah, yeah, I can have a straight there for sure.
Turn was the street you might raise me, but
Yeah.
I might fold.
Yeah.
Donnie, can we give away some monthly subs to get some people?
Go right ahead.
Get money. People get.
It's
people
the
in door?
holiday season. I mean, come on. Santa Remco over here. Let's go.
All right.
It's got the beard going.
When we hit 500 likes, we'll give away 2 monthly subs on our YouTube channel. We're going to keep the giveaways to our YouTube channel, so if you want to all gather there and participate in those giveaways, that is definitely the best way to go. But yeah, when we hit 500 likes, we're going to give away 2 monthly subs, and there's going to be a random draw among everyone in our YouTube chat. So let's smash that like button. Let's get up to over 500. We'll do the giveaway. We'll do a few more later in the show as well. Appreciate everyone for tuning in, of course. And we're back to the river with very little in the middle. So as the action remains rather tame, perhaps we can get you guys excited about some giveaways.
22,000.
Wow. Here we go. Zoom, zoom. Hellmuth, of course, doing that with the best hand, having made backed into a straight. But he does it so fast. Koon with 2 pair here, Donnie. This is a very, very serious hand. With no money going into the pot
Not straight.
till we get to the river. And there it is. Only tables the straight. Takes it down. This hand could have been a lot bigger. Koon gets away from it. Rather unscathed. And with, of course, the 1989 main event champion. Beating Johnny Chan heads up after winning back-to-back years, 87, 88.
Six.
King Jack here for Koon on the button. Comes in for the raise. 8-2 suited for the defend.
Four.
Hellmuth betting with the deuce. The chat is slowly starting to warm up for a Hellmuth tirade. Well, if he keeps winning pots, that's unlikely to happen, but given the nature of High Stakes Duel, we'll probably see one eventually, unless he's going to run over Koon, which I do not expect to happen. People asking is this real money or are they playing for a prize pool? Well, they're playing for a prize pool, and it's made up of their own money. 1.6 million up for grabs today. Both players put up $800,000 to play on round 5 of High Stakes Duel. If Hellmuth wins, he can cash out 1.6 million. If Koon wins, he will need to face whoever's up for the task in round number 6, and that means they're playing for 3.2 million. So it's going to be interesting to see if anyone has the guts and the bankroll to do that if Koon were to take it down tonight. $3,000 and a call. Pair of 7s versus a pair of 8s. This one goes to Koon. Reminder, 500 likes for our first
Oh, this
giveaway
is
on the
fast.
stream.
Let's go. Let's go.
Fast, huh? Next level 1632 or?
Players joking about the blind increase. Small steps, deep structure, lots of money on the line. Donnie, do you think the structure is too slow?
7.
I mean, no, it's $800,000 buy-in. I mean,
Check.
I think it's probably just right. I mean, we need to get this over tonight,
Right,
right?
right.
We can't be here for 3 days, you know. But it is slow enough. I think that Phil Hellmuth wouldn't play if it was a bad structure. He would have never entered into High Stakes Duel. So I think that alone tells you that the structure is good. And then also on the other side, like, I think it's hard to get someone like even, you know, in Jason Koon's stratosphere to pony up $800,000 if it had a crappy structure. So I think it's a good structure.
Check.
Koon's got this one on lockdown. Hellmuth makes a pair of 5s on the river. Perhaps Koon able to extract some value here from that pair of 5s. Koon tosses 15K out there.
Call.
Hellmuth is indeed considering. Yeah, makes the call. This one goes to Koon. All quiet on the Western Front so far.
Nice hand. Thanks.
Quick reminder here to not let you all down, but this is a 1-hour preview of the action on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Ali Najad and Nick Schulman on the call on the mothership station on PokerGO.com. We have monthly, quarterly, and annual plans available. If you do choose the annual plan, please use promo code DUEL35 to save $20 on your annual subscription.
I mean, if you don't want to use the promo code, you don't have to.
No,
but
you don't have to.
I would say use the promo code. Save some money.
Exactly, and the money you save, you can spend in our shop because we got some cool new items
10,500.
in our shop. And here comes Koon with a raise to 10-5. Top pair for Hellmuth here. Koon with middle pair and a backdoor flush draw. Could see some chips go in the middle here. Ace on the turn.
$10,500.
10-5 from Hellmuth on the ace. He's got the best hand. Let's see a river here. 7 of hearts.
Tens.
Check, check. Hellmuth shows 10s. That's good.
Had you on 7s. So the 7 came, I was like, whoa.
Better.
Oh. 8 burgers? Oh, you must have done 9, I guess. 8 burgers?
Maybe.
The burgers.
The burgers. I thought this only applies to aces.
Gotta love the burgers. I thought it was just the ace burgers too. And I guess every hand can just be the burgers then.
Check.
Ace Queen here versus Queen 7. 14K in the middle. We got a nice flop here.
Oh,
Jack
yeah.
10 9.
Action.
Both players with the open-ended straight draw.
Imagine if a king rolls off.
Oh boy.
King rolls off. We are for sure getting a blow up.
Quick call here.
Check.
To the turn we go. Blind check again from Hellmuth. 9 on the turn. Pairs the board. Ace high still in the lead. Seven on the river. Saving Hellmuth.
Yeah, he gets there.
I can win. I
Giving
check.
him a pair.
7s with a queen? You had a 7 too?
No.
No, he did not have a 7-2, Mr. Hellmuth.
That's a
Just
dirty
know that
way to
king
go.
rolled off.
I need to stand up and yell.
Oh, well. I mean, I guess I have to ask to see your hand sometimes. You were first, right?
I had ace queen.
That was dirty.
King. King. Just an offsuit king right on the turn.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Ryan in the chat says Koon needs to do a fake blow up. That would be incredible. I'm all for the fake blow up. That'd be great. But I don't think we're going to see it here. Queen 5 for Hellmuth. King 10 suited for
10,500.
Koon. Gets a walk. I was getting a little bit too excited there. I thought Hellmuth was going to for sure see at least the flop there versus King 10. Pretty quiet so far in the studio, but
I can win. So, all right, ace high or maybe hit a 7.
players did put up their own money to play in this event. Of course, they might have sold action, but this is a real money event.
Check.
Raise to 7 from Koon, 8-5 off. Hellmuth calls with Queen 9. 3 5s here for Koon. Takes a commanding lead in this hand. Let's see if
I
he's
check
gonna
again.
continue. He does not. Check, check, and a check dark, and on the turn we are.
You win.
Quick one there for Koon, as stacks are still
I wonder
pretty
if I folded before
close.
somebody bet in this format before.
It's the right fold.
There you see it on the screen. Use dual 35 to save money on the annual sub.
And better than Queen 7.
If you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, check out our YouTube or Twitch or Facebook. Check out our YouTube channel. Just search for PokerGo on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have new videos every single day on our channel. Highlights from all our favorite shows. High Stakes Poker, WSOP, No Gamble, No Future. You name it, we have it. And on top of that, if you like today's video, as we are streaming live, when we get over 500 likes, we're going to give
45.
away 2 free monthly subs to PokerGo, which means you can watch the remainder of this match tonight. As I don't expect it to end in the next 18 minutes. This is a 1-hour preview. River pairs with a 6 on this hand. As Koon holds the King 4 for 2 pair. Hellmuth missed. Just tuning in, let us know who you're rooting for, as we've had 10 lead changes so far in the early goings of this match. Everything is still pretty close. Players have not been getting out of line, but we've also not seen any premium hands dealt just yet. No big pairs yet. And, I mean, Queen Jack off, Donnie, is basically a premium, right?
Oh, heads up for sure. 2 Broadway cards, let's go. People keep asking if this is live. We're live, people.
Check.
Okay,
Ace-8 suited. Hellmuth defends on the button here.
there we go. Top pair for Mr. Jason Koon.
Koon has been checking behind a lot on the flop.
Yeah, I think I'll go for value here, though. Some draws out there. Try and extract as many chips as he can from Mr. Hellmuth.
Check.
Hellmuth with a trademark quick check call on the flop with ace high. We've seen him do that a lot. As the 7 on the turn gives him an open-ended straight draw. No flush draw for either player, but Koon's top pair remains in the lead. Trey in the chat says commentary doing a great job. There you go, Trey. Thank you so much.
Thank
9
you,
on the
thank
river
you.
here.
Check.
Hellmuth again checks after making a straight.
Hellmuth just getting there. I think Jason will check behind here. Yep,
Wow.
there we go.
Great check.
I got it, but I have.
Do I have to show first IP?
I think. Who has to show first?
Out of position, right?
Out of position.
IP meaning in
Yeah.
If
position.
there's no action
Okay.
on the river.
Jason Koon not wanting to reveal his hand if he doesn't have to.
Wow.
No need to give that information if the rules allow you to hold it back.
Then whoever.
So if I bet and he calls, I flip. Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah.
The old, I called you, buddy.
Check, worst position.
Turn your hand over.
Oh, man. I've been in many showdowns.
I called you. No, I called you. I called you. No, you show first. I called you.
I've been in many showdowns at local low-stakes card room games. where
Thankfully, here on High Stakes Duel, we can just see all the whole cards. Doesn't matter.
Oh, that was funny. Ace 3-3 on the flop here as neither player catches anything.
Check.
If you use promo code DUEL35, so DUEL35, you can save $20 on your annual subscription. Promo code does not apply for monthly and quarterly subs. And if you're not in a position to subscribe, please know that we are putting out some highlights from this match at some point next week. So YouTube and Facebook will have some clips from this match,
Yeah,
some
you almost
highlights.
bet that 9. I was like, oh, baby.
But if you want to sweat it all in real time,
Yep.
tonight's the night.
Of course we're relatable, Leron. We're the most relatable people in this company.
Yeah, because we are dead broke and we can't afford
Nice.
to play on High Stakes Duel.
Yeah.
You know, Nick Schulman is just talking about it because he can just walk up to the stage and sit down with these boys. We are like you guys.
I would like to see Shulman play at some point. I think he'd be a good player.
I agree. You and I are like chat pros, but instead of chatting, they gave us microphones.
That's right. That's right. They might take these microphones away soon, but as long as we have them, we will do our best.
Donnie, lock the door.
There is a lock on that door.
There is a lock on this door, yes. All jokes aside, thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it. We've had so many fun with these live streams during the WSOP that it's always good to get back in the booth for something as special as a match like this. Queen 6 off. Hellmuth gets involved. And there is the Ace Burgers,
Oh,
Donnie.
hello.
10.5.
The first premium pair of the night.
1,500.
Let's see where this goes. Koon kicks it up to 10-5. He's done that same raise size before when Hellmuth limped. Let's see if he's going to see a flop with this.
32.
Excuse me?
Here we go. It's like every match, Hellmuth just has one of these these types of plays. When you're just like, okay, he's just gonna fold. No, 32. Like just coming back.
All right.
The limp 3-bet with the old Queen 6 off.
If you've dozed off in the past 47 minutes, it's time now to sit upright. Hellmuth is apparently entering zoom mode, and he's
Koon could have a lot of options here. He could just flat
120.
and kind of let Hellmuth hang himself. Oh, here we go. Re-raise.
what did he announce?
120.
120. Wow. This is so crazy how the first time Hellmuth gets out of line, Koon has aces. I mean, holy, what is happening
I
here?
think the limp re-raise in and of itself, no matter what happens here, is Hellmuth saying like he knows Koon can certainly open it up and just kind of have any two cards here. We know Hellmuth is the one with any two cards.
260.
Wow. $260,000. Queen 6 offsuit. Hellmuth has Queen 6 offsuit, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. There must be so many things going through Koon's mind right now.
Koon's just like, really? Oh my God. Like, and Koon's obviously thinking now, it's probably shove or just call. It's does Hellmuth really have it? If he has kings, ace king I block, but he could have it. Queens. Do I want to just get the money in here?
I'm all in.
Wow,
And
all
there
in.
we go. Snap fold. Wow. Huge blow.
Fuck. I thought you were going to bluff it off. Son of a bitch.
Looks like I should have let you bluff it off.
What are you doing, Philly? You knew you were gonna. He was gonna raise. You're gonna re-raise. He was gonna do it light. You knew it. That was the bad time. Just let him give you the fucking money. Jesus Christ, what the fuck are you doing? You want to fucking play an 8-hour match? Just let him give you the fucking money. God damn it. I guess you had the aces.
I had a 5 of diamonds in my hand, Phil.
Yes. Yes. Let's go, Koon. That's
Wow.
hilarious.
He did try to give me the money. Why didn't you just fucking wait for it, Phil? They don't have the fucking patience you have. Come on.
5 of diamonds.
Just wait for the gift.
Imagine if you said 6 of
You
hearts.
swear you had a 5 of diamonds? No. Just wait. They're going to gift it to you.
No,
What are
I
you
would
doing?
never. I would never swear there. I had the best
Oh
hand.
boy, we got ourselves a match, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Basically a 2-to-1 chip lead now for Jason Koon. I mean, that is a huge swing here. Early on, what's this? This level 2? Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, Phil?
This is
You
one of
took
those
it
rants
up
where Hellmuth is
one
more mad
level
at
when you
himself
didn't
than
have
anything
to.
else.
Just fucking wait for him to give you the money. Jesus Christ almighty. You know, fucking battle 6, 7, 8 hours now? Fuck. Oh. God, horrendous play there. Fuck. Well, I went with my read. I guess you had the nuts. That's what happens sometimes when you're going with reads. That's how I've won every match, going with the read. Ah, damn it.
Donnie. What's the worst hand that Koon shoves there?
God damn it.
Aces.
What the fuck was that?
Kings.
4?
Probably.
What the fuck are you doing?
I think it's so early that he probably plays a little
Wait
bit
for him to give
conservative
you
with
the
some other
fucking
hands.
money.
But
What are you doing? You gave him 260?
I thought you had the kings. I really did. I thought you had the kings. I thought this thing was going to be over.
Well, you might be lying. Although you don't strike me as a
I don't
liar.
lie. I had aces.
Fucking idiot, Phil. You recognized something was wrong there, but it
You
was
had
the wrong
king
wrong.
king 5 off.
Queen 6 off, yeah.
Queen 6 off, yeah. I'm the worst. I just got a call there. I really thought you had it at that time.
Koon calls, it comes queen high.
See you later.
Then we're really going to
What
get
are
lived
you
off.
doing, Phil? Just wait for him to give you the money. Check.
So I guess they both
So
misplayed it.
silly.
I mean, if they saw each other's hands, then yes, they misplayed it. You know,
Right.
Which is kind of how you can
10.5.
kind of revisit hands. at times.
It's just funny that Koon was just convinced that Hellmuth was not messing around there.
I mean, he put so much of a stack in the
Yeah.
middle. But like we said, I mean, Hellmuth just has these moments in these matches. We call them the
Check.
zoom moments. He just
Fuck. What a horrible play. Jesus.
By the way, we're now 3 hands removed from that hand, and Hellmuth is still cursing at himself. This is exactly what you guys have been waiting for. Oh, the jacket comes
What the
off.
fuck are you doing? Goddamn. I mean, they can't help themselves. They always give you the money. Always. You want to give them the $260,000 lead for no reason. All right, well, at least we know what the nuts looks like.
I had aces, man. I just kept doing the thing.
That's where I get in the most trouble in poker, is when someone has aces and
Or
I
a
know
bunch of
something's
bluffs.
wrong.
Yeah.
No, I know something's wrong. It's that the ace is wrong. I thought you were going to try to do what Seaver did, and when you raise and I re-raise every time, you're going to try to re-raise and just give me the match. But actually, he won all those pots. 8,000.
Hellmuth openly
they just
discussing
give
his
you
strategy
aces,
with
you know?
Jason Koon.
People just keep raising.
God, fucking dumb, Phil. Just wait. You know, you had a vision. You already fucking know. Relax.
Phil Hellmuth is about to jump through the ceiling. Let me remind you here that poker's best 21 high roller players are playing in a 500K winner-take-all event live on PokerGo. December 21st and 22nd, the PGT Championship will take place inside the PokerGo studio. Ivy, Negreanu, Chitwick, Koon, all these players will be in the mix for that 500K winner-take-all free roll. By the way, that is something we haven't seen in a very long time, a winner-take-all tournament between the best of the best. So
Love it.
2 days of live streaming, 500K up top. You can't miss that. It's going to be fantastic action. A little reminder here, 6 minutes left, give or take, on our free preview. If you want to continue watching this epic showdown between Hellmuth and Koon for 1.6 million, head on over to PokerGo.com. Listen to Ali Najad and Nick Schulman on the commentary.
You better get that giveaway out of the way.
Did we hit 500?
I mean, no, but like we're gonna cut it so close. We might as well just give them a little. I mean, it's the holiday season, you
The
know.
holiday- the holiday
You know,
season.
give them a 14 like short. I mean, we'll get there.
All right.
Just-
Giving away 2 monthly subs when we hit 500 likes. So please smash that like button. We'll get this out of the way before the show ends tonight. Got to do it quick. Got to be fast. By the way, if you're just tuning in, please smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. We got lots of free content, but this is our premium stuff, ladies and gentlemen. You got to join us on PokerGo to watch the whole thing. There it is. We're over 500. Keep smashing that like button though, just to do me a favor. All right. Here's how it's going to work. As I'm also trying to pay attention to the action here. See how this hand goes. Hellmuth is trying to regain some composure here. He's got ace high, the nut flush draw. Koon has the open and the straight draw. Koon hits a straight.
Check.
4 flush on the board though.
Check, check. 270K in the
first?
middle.
He bet last, right?
There was check on the
Yeah,
river.
there's-
There's,
check
it's
on the
passive
river.
action on the
Didn't we
river,
just
so you're
clear
first
this
to
up?
show.
No
is a flush,
info
yeah.
once again for Hellmuth. There's a big one. He gets some money back. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
a really big.
Oh yeah.
This is a really big spot here.
Fuck. I didn't think you had anything.
All
Maybe an
right, time
eight
for
at
the
best.
giveaway. Answer this question in the chat.
About 100
If you
though,
answer
Phil.
the question, you're entered automatically into the random giveaway. Every single
Beat a
person
king.
who answers the question
Huh?
is in the giveaway.
I had it, man.
Who do you think is going to win,
10-5.
and at what time tonight? By the way, it's almost 6 p.m. in Las Vegas.
Made a straight?
Who's going to win, and at what time? You don't have to be right. I'm just going to pick a random winner anyway. But just for the
Just
heck
got
of
to
it.
answer to be entered.
Exactly. Answer the question, and I will give away 2 free monthly subs to PokerGo.
Lauren says Phil Hellmuth at 1:40 a.m. I really hope I'm not here till 1:40 a.m.
We are talking about Vegas time, by the way. It is 6 p.m. here, almost now.
Bet 6.
Bet 100, Phil. Put in 260 with fucking queen 6 offset. Fucking pay it off.
Sometimes
those-
those bad hands make good hands.
Keep those guesses coming. By the way, you have to like the video to be eligible. Also, smash the like button, subscribe to our channel. Give you guys 1 more minute to submit your guesses, and we'll draw 2 winners right here at the end of the show.
3 to 7.
Check.
Check, check.
We're going to finish out this level before sending it over to Ali Najad and Nick Schulman. So I think we got a few more minutes past the hour to finish out the level.
Check.
There checks.
By the way, if you hear your name called, what you do is you email remco@pokergo.com. That's my first name, REMKO, @pokergo.com,
Check.
with a screenshot of you logged in to your YouTube account. And then I will verify that you're actually who you say you are. And then I will credit
We have
you.
a great verification system.
Oh,
People
it's
try and get around it all the time. We just like it's like whack-a-mole. We're like, nope,
I don't think so.
the amount
back
of,
into the hole.
the amount of fake winners I
Show
deal
first
with.
again.
Yeah, this is fun.
3-7, 6-5.
Told myself I have to bet all non-hearts there.
Another pot for Hellmuth there.
Yeah, he's chipping back up. He is chipping back up. All right, let me announce the
Probably
winners real
ace
quick
high.
before the show ends. And with that, I mean this first hour. Oh, let's hear what this is all about. Looking at some
8 on the
Seven.
turn.
King 7.
Zabo looking for a
King seven.
king or a 7.
Deuce! King 7.
There's the river.
King.
It's a 6. And Jason Koon has won his first World Series of Poker bracelet.
Hey, good game, man. How about that? You played great.
a great look back there at Koon winning his first WSOP bracelet. Let's not get distracted, though. We got some winners here. Jonathan Gotzi, G-O-D-S-I. Jonathan Gotzi called for Phil Hellmuth to win. And then David Herrera also called for Phil Hellmuth to win. So you guys are still believers. I love it. So Jonathan Gotzi and David Herrera, you are the winners of a free month of PokerGo. Email me on remco@pokergo.com. Include a screenshot of you logged into your YouTube account. I will verify that you are who you say you are, and then I will credit you with a free month of PokerGo.
9.
Bet 9,000.
Coming in here up on the end of our free preview. Go head on over to PokerGo.com to continue watching.
Raise to 30.
Koon's in the lead, but it looks as though he's about to give a few more chips back to Hellmuth, who's got the better jack here.
Top pair is top pair, heads up poker. Just a really tough spot when you're on the losing end of it.
Queen on the river doesn't change a thing. Hellmuth got the lock. He's got a lock on this hand, and we're looking at this match getting closer and closer to even, unless Koon finds some miracle way to get Hellmuth off his hand. David,
23,000.
David, for you in the chat, remco@pokergo.com, REMKO. That is my own personal email. And congrats once again. I see you in chat. $23K from Hellmuth, and Koon is giving it some serious thought. This would be an impressive laydown.
10-7.
Very impressive stuff from Koon here. I think most players would have easily tossed it in there with the jack. Wow. Lays it down, Donnie. Very disciplined fold there by Jason Koon.
Very, very good fold by him. But for Hellmuth, he gets closer to even.
Coming up on the final hand of this 1 hour free preview, Ali Najad and Nick Schulman on the call as
Told you I had aces,
chips are
Phil.
almost back to even
you have anything?
after that early massive
This
blow
hand?
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm supposed to shoot you back up on the turn. I was pretty sure you had a 9 or a 5. I was pretty sure you were pretty dead on that hand.
You had a good hand last hand.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to bet the queen. I can't beat queens, but
You had king jack.
yeah.
How good?
You told
He
me
didn't
aces,
know.
I told
Wow.
you king jack. Actually, you guessed king jack, but you're right. I should have made it 60,000 on the turn. It might look bluffy, you know? What did you have? I told you my queen 6. Bluff?
No.
Oh, I shared queen 6 offsuit when you had aces.
Well, I told you I had aces. We're even. Oh, you did tell me. Okay, I won't ask again. I had a jack.
Good laydown.
Good laydown
I'll
indeed.
probably ask again.
I needed a black. I needed a blank, obviously.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah, that would work.
Final hand here of the 1 hour free preview. Once again, my name is
I
John
almost shot it
Brinkma.
up to 55,000.
Donnie
but I was
Peters
running out of
alongside me,
time.
as the match is pretty close to even.
Check.
As Hellmuth once again has Koon outkicked here on the final hand.
Check.
River card, 8 of spades.
Check.
Hellmuth perhaps hoping for Koon to stab and take this thing down.
Got 7.
Call.
There it is. Hellmuth chipping up again. And that concludes our action here on the 1 hour free preview broadcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. Continue watching right now on PokerGo.com as this match will end tonight. Koon versus Hellmuth for $1.6 million.